Yo, what's going on? It's Jay.
It's big.
This is Lit Logic. This is episode 24.
24.
24.
Oh, 24. That's GOAT number.
Oh, I was about to say that.
That's GOAT
R.I.P.
number. R.I.P.
Feel me?
B.
So today's topic is going to be about the foreign exchange market, also known as Forex. You got a guest right there. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Rob. I got my Instagram. Or
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. You can follow me at _ Rob the Rich _ and I guess we're gonna get into what it is I do, and how I make my money.
Facts. By the way, I do this too, so
yeah,
I'm gonna be asking questions as if I don't know what's going on, but
And I'm about to be a newcomer.
so he about to learn everything right now too.
I need all the game. I need all the game.
So we're gonna jump right into it. So what is Forex?
Foreign exchange. Be honest with you, everybody's probably already. If anybody's left the country ever, has probably has already traded currency. In order to spend any type of money or to buy anything in any country, you got to exchange your currency. You know what I'm saying? So probably, I'm sure all your viewers or most of your viewers have been outside the country at some point.
Mm-hmm.
If not, they still know what you need to know, which is that every country has its own currency. You know what I'm saying? Which is the basic knowledge. Like, you ain't got to be outside the country, you know that, right? So, like I said, when you go to another country, you got to spend. Let's say, for example, you go to, you go to Dominican Republic, all right? And let's say you got $500 in your pocket. When you get to Dominican Republic, you can't spend those $500 because that's not their dominant currency. All right, their dominant currency is the peso. All right, so when you get to Dominican Republic, you got to exchange your $500 for a peso.
I did the same thing in Montreal.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, like it's done in every currency is part of the foreign exchange market. Like Forex stands for foreign exchange. All right, like foreign is anything other than your home currency. You live in America, you know what I mean, which has its advantages and disadvantages. But we're gonna get into that. But like we live in America. So our home currency is the U.S. dollar. So anything other than the U.S. dollar is foreign to us. So, Montreal, what's that, the Canadian dollar up there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Canadian dollar, that's another foreign currency. So let's say in any one of those countries, we exchanging our currency for whatever the dominant currency is. So like I said, we in DR is the peso. So when we give them our $500, they're gonna give us back the equivalent in that currency though. Okay, so we're gonna get back $500, but not in $500. So we're gonna get back in pesos roughly like 25,000 pesos. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's say for example, you go to DR, all right, the plane touched down, you come out the airport, you see the sun shining, you do your oohs and ahs, all right, you go to the exchange, you give them your 500, they give you your 25K. Now let's say once you do that, you don't spend any of that money, okay, for like, I don't know, an hour. All right, 2 hours even, okay? The time doesn't matter. The point is you didn't spend any of that money. Okay, you might have called home, told them, you got there safe, or you might have taken a nap or whatever, but for whatever reason, you ain't spend that 25K. All right, so after an hour passed, you walk right back into that same currency exchange, okay? Same one, all right? And you gave them back those 25,000 pesos to get your dollars back, to get back your home currency, to get back what you gave them, all right? You would expect to get back the same amount, okay? Because you just gave them 500 an hour ago.
Yeah.
All right, so
my joint back.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So you walk back in, you expect for them to give you $500 back, except you're not gonna get $500 back at all.
Oh.
All right, and that's because in that hour that you held on to that other currency, the price of your original currency changed. Okay, it went up or it went down, depending on supply and demand of that currency. So let's say if we was talking about the U.S. dollar, however, I mean, we all know what supply and demand is, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the more of something people want, the more valuable it is. The less of something people want, less valuable it is.
Yeah.
Currency is no different. You know what I mean? Like, the more U.S. dollars that are being exchanged for other currency, the higher the value goes. The less dollars that are being exchanged for foreign currency, the lower the value goes. So the prices of currencies, this happens all day long, 24 hours a day. Price just going up and down as people like us and you know, anybody else is like exchanging currencies back and forth. But like the trick is that, or the kicker, what a lot of people don't know is that like a lot of the trading that's going on is not from people like us going on vacation. Like you went to Montreal, like that's a dot on a dot's ass compared to like the grand picture. Yeah. Okay, like the majority of like participants in the Forex market are, you know, hedge fund investors. All right, Fortune 500 companies. All right, like governments, conglomerates. All right, like people with a whole lot more than $500. You feel me? So when they exchange currencies, when they make transactions and things, like when they buy imports and exports and things like that, like they're exchanging large amounts of money, like that millions, billions sometimes, like sometimes it's crazy amounts, and it's all done at the click of a button. You know what I mean? Like we live in a digital world, right? Yes or yes, right? Yeah. Like so, everything's done at the touch of a button. You know, we ain't gotta physically take money anywhere. So like at the touch of a button, millions can be transferred, and the price of that currency is gonna skyrocket. Like, I mean, it's gonna move in one direction or the other depending on which way the currency's going. Okay, if it's coming back the other way, then it's gonna go down. If it goes back this way, it's gonna go up. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's how we make our money on these fluctuations. Like, you know, price goes up, it goes up a certain amount of points. You get it? We call these points pips, and then, you know, depending on how much you're trading per pip, I can get into that deeper, but I don't know if we're there yet. You know?
I just want to keep it basic. I don't want to go over people's heads.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that? Like,
you'll be like, this nigga said pit bull.
Yeah,
I can talk about selling pits. Hell is he talking about?
Sign me up, right?
You talk about making dogs.
Nah, it is simple though. Like not even to get like nah, it's not as simple as pit bulls, but like it is simple. You know what I mean? It's like anything else, man. Once you know it, you know it. You know what I mean? Like everybody got their favorite sport, you know, that they didn't know how to play.
Yeah, like when you were saying earlier, it's like talking to somebody that knows it's like a science. So it's like for me, if I have. Like for me, when me and him have sports talk, somebody on the outside, they don't understand it.
Right.
If you really understand the sports, you played it, you lived it. It's like a different language.
Right.
Different lingo.
And it feels good talking to somebody that you could talk back and forth with.
I could talk basketball, football all day. Once you start talking about baseball, I'm lost in the sauce.
I know about baseball. No, it's soccer with me. I can't. Soccer,
like me, it's hockey, bro. I love hockey.
I like hockey too.
I've never been to. I never.
Go Devils.
I love hockey. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I love hockey, because we actually got a hockey team.
Devils, man.
Like we ain't got no other sport. Like like how could you not?
Yeah, that is really true. We really don't.
Yeah, bro. Like how could you not like hockey?
That's the reason why I'm Devils fan.
Yeah, right. I'm like, man, my state don't got no other sport.
That's sad.
Yeah.
The one team they gave us, they took it away and moved it to Brooklyn.
You get what I'm saying? We can't even keep that. So it's like,
we're kind of the Jets.
Yeah, see,
but it's still New York.
Yeah, right. Everything is kind of like either we get some of it or none of it.
That's just like you could say Buffalo. It's not. It's New York, but it's Buffalo.
Yeah, exactly. Hockey is different, bro. Like that's our team. I feel like if I don't give attention to that, they're gonna take that too. New York Devils. I'm like, no, right? No.
I rock those colors.
I respect that story. That's a dope story.
Yeah. So, all right. So my next question is, because we're talking about Forex and prices and going up and down. It kind of sounds similar to stocks. Like, what is the difference between Forex and stocks?
I get this question all the time.
Yeah, because that's the part I'm like.
I get this question all the time. You know what it is? Because like a lot of people, like they hear like what's going on in the news and like how prices is plummeting and companies is crashing and closing up their doors left and right. Okay. And like people reach out to me, like some of them is concerned, some of them like want you to lose. You know what I mean? Like they kind of excited, like, yo, what's going on with the Forex market? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I had to have a movie.
Yeah, bro. Like these is people that want a bad like answer from you. You know what I mean?
Well, you always look at that as like one of the things like you fear what you don't know.
Exactly.
So when people get afraid of people, I feel like when people bash something, they're afraid of it because they don't know.
And they don't got no type of other emotion to like tie that in.
They don't feel comfortable with jumping in.
Right. No, it definitely takes that type of mindset, bro. It's like we was talking to Tracy earlier, like Like, man, it takes that type of mindset. You gotta be ready for this. Like, you gotta be open to things like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not, you're gonna be completely closed off. Like, even stocks too. Like stocks, even like you gotta be open to that market.
My favorite movie is Wolf of Wall Street, by the way.
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's my favorite. I watch that movie almost every night. I'm like, yo, that's my man right there.
Let me see. My favorite trading movie would probably be probably The Boiler Room.
Okay.
Probably The Boiler Room, bro.
I haven't seen it. I got you.
Oh my God, bro!
Was it like
Vin Diesel.
Was it like a 1990s?
Yeah. Vin Diesel. You got Ben Affleck. You got who else, man? You got Nia Long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What's it called?
Now listen. You see, look. Now what's it called? Nia Long.
Yeah. Now I'm
See, now see what I'm saying? Vin Diesel.
I seen him in too many.
He was like Ben Affleck.
That's Batman right there.
He said Nia Long. What's the name of that shit?
All I'm thinking about is that jogging scene.
Right? Yeah. But yeah, like both of them, all the movies, what they have in common is that they about stocks. You know? And stocks is completely not. I would say the only similarity to stocks and Forex share is the fact that they both traded on the chart.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And the chart is just a visual representation of what the market is doing. You know,
Even him, like he one time, like he on the square, he said, "Ooh," so me, I'm being nosy, I'm peeking around the corner. I'm like, okay, well, I see squiggly lines going up. That's it, right? I'm like, I got it. Like, I got it, right?
And that's familiar to somebody who trades stocks. It's the same thing, pretty much. Like those called candlesticks, by the way. Don't say squiggly.
Candlesticks, by the way, they're not squiggly.
Write that down.
Don't be like me.
But like, that's where the similarities stop. Like even in terms of like, the direction of the market. Okay, like with the stock market, if you purchase a share, okay, you purchase that share at a certain price. And that chart that you was talking about with the squiggly lines on it, that share, depending on what the price is, falls somewhere on that chart. Okay, so if the chart or the market goes up from that point, you make money. That's where you start making money. Because if you bought it here. Okay. It's the same principle as anything else. Like you buy low, you sell high. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for example, you walk into a clothing store and you see a pair of Jordans that you know for a fact retail at $250.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see them on sale for $100, and you cop them for $100. Wait till the sale's over and sell them for $250. You know what I mean? You bought them low and you sold them high. Like it's the same thing as stocks or any type of trading. Except with the Forex market, we can make money in both directions. So it's not like the stock market where if we purchase a share at a certain price, the market goes up. You know what I mean? And like we make money that way. Okay? With the Forex market, we can make money going down too. All right? If you was going down in the stock market, you'd be sweating. You feel me? Like you'd be sitting on like the edge of the Golden Gate Bridge. Made those sharks eat in peace. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be calling him like, yo, Jay, they doing this shit, yo.
Yo,
Jay, yo, ain't doing this shit.
Yo,
I have to call him back and say, I need to jump back.
No, stocks, you would have to do that. You would be stuck. You know what I mean? Because at that point, you could either sell that stock at a loss, or sit there and sit on it and wait on it for it to bounce back up.
But is that possibility that it won't bounce back?
That it won't bounce back up.
That's the sickening part.
Right. Now, the Forex market, I could change direction. I could go down with the price.
Like that?
Exactly, bro. Like I could end that trade just like that. If I feel like, all right, man, I'm tired of losing. Like I'm gonna just, I see it going down.
I lost too much.
Yeah, I gave it some time to turn around and start coming back up again. It didn't. So now I'm gonna sell that currency, and I'm gonna make money on the sell of that currency as opposed to the buying of the other.
Now, who buys when you sell?
When you buy and sell currency, you're not exactly buying that currency. Okay? Like you're not exactly sit like that. You never actually own that currency. Like what you're taking, we call them positions. Okay? And the reason it's called a position is because it's like if I asked you, what's your position on abortion? You feel me? You would tell me either you was with it or you not with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask me what the position on the currency is, either I think it's gonna buy or I think it's gonna sell. If I think it's gonna buy, I'll place a buy position. You feel me? At a certain price. If I think it's gonna sell, I'll take a seller's position. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. But these is all that's all vocabulary. You know what I mean? But it's simple. Like to keep it super basic. It's just buying low and selling high. You feel me? and just being able to try to anticipate those moves. Like we can't predict the market. You feel me? Like we can't predict the market
because there's too many outside forces that can control how it go. Like you might think in something, because this happened to me before. I'm in here thinking it's going to buy. You know, I'll get in for a buy position. Some news came about Trump and that shit went right in the basement.
Yeah, man. Facts.
Yeah, so you want to. My anticipation was right, and what ended up happening is it went all the way down and came back up, and then went the direction I was planning on going. So I just re-entered and then just, rode that wave back up.
Right.
But things like that happen.
Yeah, that absolutely happen. And not for nothing, like the market. Any other time, the market's moving in a pattern. You feel me? Like it's moving like everything else. You know what I mean? Like the market has points where it comes up to and it bounces. You know what I mean? We call those price reversal zones and things. And if you can identify these zones, then you have a very good idea of where price is going to turn around at, what price is going to react to. When to buy, when to sell. You know what I mean? So, but if it's something that you're trying to teach yourself, then you might as well flush your money down the toilet. You feel me? Just because
this is a whole lot different from stocks.
Yeah, because of what he just said. Like, there's a lot of outside variables, a lot of outside factors that can come into play. Something as simple as Trump talking, you feel me, will affect the currency. I mean, we're not sweating when Trump is talking. We just have to know. We know price is gonna react. We just got to know which way it's gonna go. It's that simple. Like we know price gonna do something when this fool.
Yeah. See the difference. Like you said, you can get into different positions, buying up or buying down. Like if you're in a stock, like with this whole pandemic has been going on, a lot of people have been losing money because everything's been going in the toilet
for years, bro.
Things is in the toilet because there's nobody working, because a lot of things shut down and stuff. So people start losing money because
companies closing up doors.
Because the value of the stock started going down because they're not making any money because they're not open.
Right.
See, with Forex, it don't really matter if it's going up or down because you can make money on both ends.
And stocks don't. I mean, the currencies don't crash, bro. Like the only way for a currency to crash, think about it. How does a company crash? Closes its doors, stops operation, everybody leaves.
Yep.
Okay. A currency would be the same thing. It would have to be for everybody to stop spending that currency permanently at the same damn time, all at once, for everybody to call each other and say, hey, take your money, throw it in the fireplace right away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's never gonna happen on any currency ever.
That's like Europe being like, all right, we're not using the euro anymore. Everybody, it's not gonna happen.
Facts.
Money is always going to be around, whether it's digital or not. It's always going to be around.
If anything, more currencies will come out. Like all of Europe used the euro at one point. GBP is a fairly new currency. You know what I'm saying? Like when Great Britain sections itself off in the UK as its own, you know what I'm saying, fort or whatever the hell they call it. I mean, like they had their own currency. Like currencies developed civilizations. Like they don't have no way to trade goods and services and things, and they can't communicate. They can't, you know what I mean? They can't progress and shit. So man, currency's been around forever, bro. Since the beginning of time almost. It ain't going nowhere.
Little history lesson. Before you actually had physical currency, they had something called the barter system. And basically what you would trade goods or services to acquire something. Like, so say if you had 10 chickens, but you wanted a cow, you would have to go to somebody that had a cow, trade in a couple chickens for that cow. So it's basically the same thing, except now we're just doing it with like currencies.
Because it became a problem. Like people started having disputes on how many chickens it took. You feel me? And like to one person, that cow might be worth 6 chickens, but to this person, cow might be worth 4 chickens. Well, look at the chickens now. Now is the chickens healthy? So you have all these outside factors. So like he said, the barter system is where it started at. Then from the barter system, it moved, currency moved over to paper, where people would have something called like an IOU type of system, where it would write on like, hey, I owe you such and such amount of chickens, or I owe you this amount. Now, because it had that this amount was owed on this slip, now you could give that slip to somebody and say, hey, this guy over here owes me such and such chickens. By me giving you this IOU, now he owes you such and such chickens. So now these are now currencies back and forth. You feel me? And then from paper, it went to, before paper, it was metals and things.
It was gold,
silver. I skipped the process. It was metals. After goods and services, it was like, silvers, gold, shillings, and things like that. and then it moved to paper from metal. Then obviously we know from then we became, you know, traditionally, you know, we had traditional currency, which is the money we know now today. And then from there, it went to plastic from paper. And now we at today where we got digital currency, which is the direction of the world. You know, and everybody uses digital currency, whether they know it or not. You know, every time you put your Apple Watch up to a little sensor, that's digital currency. You ain't got that money in your pocket, like that's digitally being transferred.
Every time you stick your card in that little thing,
that's digital currency.
Like, sure don't waste time to take the money out.
Hell no, man, absolutely not.
Magic.
Another difference with currency, like with stocks and forex, is stocks take too long to liquidate.
Yeah.
I got a boy that me and him be going back and forth because he swears stocks is like the thing. Whatever.
And you know, we got stock traders that came from the stock market on our team. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and they came on our, not because they wasn't making money, but they was making it too slow.
Right. Now is that transition like easy for them? Like for
easier?
Yeah, like for them to transfer over to.
I would believe it's easier because they already have knowledge.
Like I said, they already know.
They have knowledge of the chart.
Yeah.
Like I tell people, like I've signed a couple stock traders, and I tell them all, like, listen, pretend you don't know shit. Okay. You feel me? Like, pretend you don't know shit. The reason I say that is because you don't know what you don't know. Yes, you know a lot, but you don't know what you don't know. And if you too like into yourself or into what you think you know, then you're gonna shut out the stuff that you could possibly. The little prerequisites in between that you gotta
get out of that mindset.
Yeah, sure.
Because like I said, he always praises stocks and stuff, whatever the case may be. He sent me a screenshot. I think he said he had made about like $600, whatever the case may be. I asked him how long it took to make that. He said, "Oh, it took me about 3 months." Just I'm like, bro, I've done that in like a couple hours.
Yeah, bro. Like that's like not for nothing. Like, yo, I hate sounding condescending to like stock traders and stuff. Like not for nothing. Like I sometimes you gotta humble them, yo, because they look at the stock market and its longevity and its publication, because so many people know about the stock market that it just makes it sound more solid. And I'm like, yo, currencies have been around. In order for stocks to exist, you realize people, like, currency had to come first, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so there's apples and oranges. Like, you can't compare. The stock market trades $20 billion every single day. You feel me? Mm-hmm. $20 billion every day. Yeah. Like, the foreign exchange market trades $6.3 trillion every single day. 7.3, I'm sorry. Yeah, $7.3 trillion every single day. Like 1 trillion is 1,000 billions. Like, that's a dot on a dot.
The crazy thing about it is when I first started, it was 5.3.
Yeah.
And that was a year.
And it was 6.6.
It was 6.6.
Yeah. And now it's 7.3. Like, it's only more people becoming, like, no industry has ever gone viral. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, Forex is the first industry to go viral. Like, there have been things that have been trends and fads and things like that have come and gone, but like, this is a way for people to make money. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's literally a way for people to make money from the very thing that is a bill to them, to most people. Mm-hmm. Like, my phone's been paying for itself for almost 2 years now. Like, no cap, bro. Like, my phone ain't no bill.
It should be paying for a lot of stuff.
Facts. That's like, yeah.
Past
profits don't determine future results. We gotta say that for the lawyers.
Yeah, you know.
But like, you know what I mean? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, I always ask everybody, like, yo, is your phone a bill or is it paying the bills? You know, like, that's just what it is. Like, these is the same stuff that was said to me. You feel me? And it broke my brain in half, like, cracked to the core of my shit. Yeah, like, I'm like, damn, like, yo.
Nah, you know what? You got something right.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
We got this saying that, is it really a smartphone if you're not using it to make money?
Yeah.
Like, how smart is it?
Exactly. It's a dumb phone. It's a dumb phone. My phone's smarter than yours. So I tell people, like.
So the next question would be, if somebody is interested in learning how to do this, how would they go about doing that?
That's a very good question, bro. That's a very, very good question. Well, first, let me tell you where not to go. Let me tell you where not to go, okay? Where not to go is YouTube, okay? And the reason I say that is not to discredit YouTube or to like, it's not to say anything bad about YouTube, but YouTube is a social media platform. You feel me? And I feel like people don't look at it for what it is. Like the goal of social media platforms is to, you know, gain followers, gain subscribers, right? So like, that's the same purpose of like YouTube. Like think about it, like I proved it to you. You watch any YouTube video, all right, from any person. Like I'm not talking about from a company or nothing like that. From any person. And companies you might see it too, but definitely a person or a group of people. First thing they're gonna say before they even start the video is, hey, if you like this video, go down to the bottom of my video, click the subscribe link, and da-da-da. Like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how they make their money. You feel me? Which isn't a bad thing. Like, yo, I'm all about networking. I'm all about spreading things. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about like, you know what I mean, getting it how you get it. I feel like if you ain't making click the link in my bio money today, you ain't making money the right way. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, in knowing that, okay, people will say whatever they want, like whatever they feel like sounds good to gain those followers. You get what I'm saying? So like, you don't know who you talking to. Like you might be talking to somebody who just started trading a couple months ago. You feel me? Or you might be talking to somebody who like just started trading a year ago. And let's say on the bright side, let's say we find the silver lining and you do find somebody that's credible. All right. You learning from somebody, and like let's say you get questions. Now you got questions. You can't even ask that person questions on YouTube. Exactly. You're gonna have questions. It's new to you. It was new to me. You feel me? Like it's new to you, so I'd be worried if you didn't have questions, you know? So, I mean, yeah, you're gonna type them up in the comments and stuff and wait 2 months for it to get answered. Man, we're trying to make money, okay? I want the answer to my questions now.
Right.
Okay, so a good platform, like to learn from, is to me, one that embodies that is gonna be a platform that teaches you how to trade interactively to where you could speak back and forth, you know what I mean? Where you got a conversation, you know, like I said, man, you got questions, you need them answered, you know? Now, I can't speak for any other platforms except the one that taught me, and that is IM Mastery Academy. I mean, IM Mastery Academy taught me, like I said, I knew absolutely nothing. Like, to me, when anybody said the word trading to me, my brain automatically went to stocks, you know?
Yeah, that's what
Right. That's what we grow up knowing about. Yeah. You know, we don't grow up knowing about any other market, you know?
You know what's crazy? When I first started hearing about, like, the currency, trade stuff, it was that movie. It was that new movie that came out. It was a remake, Superfly. Right. They were talking about the cryptocurrency and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell is that? I was like, oh, it's just stocks. But they kind of started breaking down into it, but they didn't reach into it. That was like the first time I heard about that. And I'm just like, the hell is that?
See, that right there is more knowledge than what I had when I came in. Yeah. I didn't, bro. When I first started trading Forex, I thought, bro, I was studying Forex with a 4 and an X, bro. Like, no cap. People was asking me, like, yo, what's up what you doing now? I'm like, I trade 4X, bro. You better get with the wave. Like, what you doing with your life? Like, you know what I mean? Like, wrong as hell. Like, super wrong, right? And, like, you know.
Hey, but if it's convincing.
Yeah, because I was excited. Like, I knew I was doing something that nobody else was doing. I didn't know nobody that was making money off their phone. Like that, and the people who put me on was people that had been doing it for years. Like, so I knew wherever they was getting it from, it was the right source, you know. So I mean, for me, it was like I said, it was IM Mastery Academy. I mean, they spoon feed it to you. Like you heard me telling Tracy earlier, like they spoon feed it to you, you know. Like they break it down in like videos. Like in videos, it's kind of like watching a Netflix series. All right, like you start at like the first episode and you go through the episodes, except they're not that long. They all single-digit minutes, like, you know, 8 minutes long, 7 minutes long, 9 minutes long. Like, and you're more excited about it because it's teaching you how to make money. It ain't just a show. You know what I mean? Like, these is real people making real money. You know, we're talking bands. We're talking, like, change your life type of money.
And the crazy thing about it is now you're getting, like, more celebrities.
Right.
They're jumping.
And that's, bro, that's such a beautiful thing, bro.
It is, because that's dope. Because it's just like, wow, I listen to your music and you're already rich.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You can't get mad at a person, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like that.
You accomplished everything in life that
you still reaching.
Man. You still want more.
Right.
So it says a lot about a person.
Especially with us being heavily like in the culture, you know what I'm saying? Like us as a culture, being in the hip hop culture, you know what I mean? And being so heavily influenced by music. I can't think of a better platform, you know what I'm saying, or a better industry to merge with financial literacy as a whole. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there were people now, like, I would not have known about this, you know what I'm saying, if somebody else chose to keep their mouth shut. You feel me? And like, man, just for other people to know about this, like, I mean, we all grow up, like I said, knowing of one way to make money. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to work and working for it. You know, just like our parents did, and their parents did before them, and their parents did before them.
Exchanging your time for money.
Exchanging your time for money. You know what I'm saying? And the world is changing now drastically in more ways than one. Yeah. You feel me? And one of those ways is finances. Facts.
Nothing is promised.
Facts.
The thing about the whole job thing is we've been taught that our whole lives.
Yeah.
Like, you know, pretty much everybody pretty much has heard this before, you know, go to school, get a good education, get a good job.
Yeah.
Nothing like, my bad, but nothing like outside of that has ever been a possibility.
Right.
Like, it was just always that. So that's just always what we stuck with.
Right.
So anything like outside of this is just like, for some people, it's just, they just can't get it.
No.
Like, when I talk to my dad about this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna leave my job and do this other stuff. He can't.
It's hard for him to process that.
Like,
right? Because they're so conditioned, bro. Like, that's how strong conditioning is, bro.
My dad told me, not to cut you off. My dad told me, like, my dad's been a correction officer for like going on 17 years. So my dad told me there's motherfuckers that work with him that got bachelor's degrees,
right,
masters, and whatever they went to school in, but they're fucking correction officers.
Right, bro. Oh, yeah.
Imagine how much money you waste a year going. And this is not telling nobody not to go to school and get an education, but
went into debt doing that.
Yeah, you were like, some of these schools are $45,000 a year.
Bro, man.
You know, so imagine going to school and getting that degree and not being able to get a job in your field, thinking that you're gonna make the money you're gonna make. That's sickening.
Right. That's kind of like the route I took. Like, I went to school to be an electrician. Yeah, and I did that for like a couple months. And I ended up getting laid off, and I switched over to corrections. Mm-hmm. So, but like, my whole thing was, I did that for a while, but then that started getting tiring. I'm just like, man, there's got to be something else more than this. So I'm like, I gotta find a way out of this. Like, this whole working, you know, for 40 hours a week for 40 years just to get 40% of your income.
Bro, yeah, bro.
My dad always told me
the biggest line in society, bro.
Yeah, man. So when you first told me about this opportunity, I was already sold from before you could even finish.
You was already looking for something.
I was already looking for something. I'm like, yo, this is the way out.
And my dad always told me not to cut you off. My dad always told me you gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Man, that's the truest words in the world.
He tells me this shit every day. Because, you
gotta purposely put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
I talk to my parents about everything. They're my best friends.
Yeah.
My dad always, every time we end the conversation, he always tells me, yo, gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable. You're gonna do some shit. Like, it's like, it is, and me, I'm thinking, like, okay, you're just gonna do shit you don't want to do. And that's totally not the point. Like, for you to want, like, I always tell him, like, what I want. He's like, yeah, you can have all that. Nobody never said you can't have it, but
you're gonna do
for
things
you
to grow to get.
For you to be able, you're gonna have to do things you don't understand and learn it. So that's what the whole thing, and the gesture for people that's not, that's out there, that's not getting the gesture, what you're saying. You gotta, for you to learn something that's gonna give you what you want out of life. Sometimes you, like you said, you don't have to know.
Right.
It's all of, you don't know, so you can learn how to do it.
Exactly, right.
And you have to be uncomfortable with the fact that you don't know.
Right. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Just taking, all you got to do is see the first few steps. Mm-hmm. Like, it's going to sound crazy and primitive, but like, anybody that's ever seen The Secret has heard the analogy that they give, like the headlight analogy, where they say, like, like, you can, if you're driving from New Jersey, okay, to California.
Shit.
All right.
I drove from Jersey to Florida.
I did that, man. I did that every other weekend, bro.
I can't do it.
That ain't nothing, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, that ain't nothing.
Legs be burning.
Nah, that's nothing, bro. And I was stick the whole way, like, bro.
Man.
Yeah. I did that at 17.5 every time, and I took a 45 at North Carolina. Same rest stop, bro. I did that shit every other weekend. That was nothing, bro. That ain't, man, what? Oh, man.
Playing
Oh,
man.
when you going from New Jersey to California, all right, and you driving there at night, and all you got is your headlights, okay, but your headlights only see 200 feet in front of you. You get what I'm saying? You can't see the whole way to California, but you can see the next 200 feet. You feel me?
And then you
like,
move up and you see the next.
Exactly. Like that's all you gotta know is that first 200 feet. And then once you get to that, you're gonna see it, and you can get from here all the way to California, only ever seeing 200 feet. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's how this is. Like that's how things like this are. You feel me? Like you gotta have that type of mindset. Like you gotta have that surety. You feel me? Like and for me, it was easy because, like I said, I saw the results before I saw the means to get the results. Like I saw somebody living a lifestyle that to me was impossible.
I sit next to this dude every day on the show and see him firsthand. Him and his girl, man, it's like dope, you know. And like our boy, you know, he's doing it, and a lot of our friends, our friends do it, and it's dope. You know, it's all, you know, it's like I said, it's all love. You definitely want to see people prosper, but it's super dope to see that because it's like, like, and then on top of that, everybody's helping everybody out because everybody has the same mindset. You know, because if you're not making money, you're not making money.
Right, man. If anybody on the team not making money, you pull the car over, bro. Like it's that simple.
Like, yo, you get it. Like you said, everybody eat, B.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
yeah.
Like there's not to cut you off, but there's an analogy that's like, you know, there's a pack of wolves, whatever the case may be. The pack is going to make sure that everybody is fed.
From the cub on to the
so that's how this moves. Right. It's like everyone moves as a pack. Everybody. I
just want to know.
Everybody eats, B.
I just want to know. Hey, look, when I join, look, don't shoot me in the ass when I sit there and say I ain't eating.
Mind you, like we don't on our team. Mind you, we all grown. We all got pride. We all got a certain we all got dignity and things. So nobody's holding anybody's hand. Nobody has to though, because we wouldn't be there. Like we all got a certain mindset anyway. You know, what I mean, our ambition was what made us make that decision. But in saying that, like we have some people on the team or have been on the team that like didn't take full advantage of the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of wanted it. You know what I mean? Or came into it because their back was up against the wall. Man, it's light bill. Man, light bill about to hit me. You know what I mean? And they went into it with an end in mind. Like you know what I'm saying? They didn't want past that, so they didn't get past that.
They didn't see past the two.
Right. They don't see, okay, you get that light bill paid, you realize, like, it's like, yo, you can keep going. You will never have to worry about light bill again. You feel me? And next time you see him is when that light bill fall behind again. He's like, yo, bro, you mind bob back in the chat? Man, like, bro, like,
that's the thing. Like, the only way for this not to work is for you not to put the work in.
Right.
It's just like going to the gym. If you go into the gym and you're only doing 15 minutes on the treadmill, you waste the rest of your time taking pictures, as opposed to the guy that's doing an hour every day going hard.
Damn, I feel like that's subliminal shot.
Hey, look, I'm just using an example, but against the person that's going hard for a whole hour, his results is going to be a lot better than yours.
Walk out with the same six pack.
You're only doing the minimum, and he's doing everything he can to make sure to get what he wants.
But one thing, but not to cut you off, one thing I do like about this, you know, and then on top of that, like you said, other than this, you know, you go into this humble, you know, because like you say, you can get humble, but the one thing I like about it, like you said, is about the dude that's doing that hour. A lot of people don't know is what that dude is doing behind closed doors. Right. That extra, you know, like you said, you said he was up for what? You said a week.
Yeah, hell
a week. People don't know that.
Hell no.
You know, because you know what they see? They see the finished product.
Right.
They see what they see like with him. They be like, damn, like he be like, what was that thing you post? You spent like $9.50 on another part.
Damn, this shit's sitting right over there.
Exactly. people see that part. They be like, what is he doing? They don't see the what is he doing to get that?
They see the end of it and they don't see the meaning.
They don't see the meal prep.
Right.
They just see the lifting the weight.
Right.
See, I gotta eat the same bullshit every day. No seasoning.
Right.
You know, they don't see that.
It's like they see the trips, they see everything else.
They see champagne poppy.
they see the results, but they don't see the legwork.
Right.
And they jump in this thinking they don't know how to do. Some people jump in this, not all, but some people jump in this thinking they don't know how to put in the work, or not as much work. And you know they don't see the results that that they're looking for, but they got nobody to blame but themselves.
So they throw you in that category where they think like, oh well, especially if you trade Forex now, I feel like the connotation with Forex is now is like, oh well, people putting people on because they won't get paid if they don't put people on. And it's like, how could you look at both of those as being the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, this is Forex, and then there's the other side of it that like you could do. You feel me? Like,
we gonna get into that in a second.
Yeah, like that's, oh man, bro, I'm gonna go in on that. That's the biggest pet peeve I have, bro.
All right, so
that's the biggest pet peeve.
I am Mastery Academy. This is what teaches us how to trade. So how do you become involved in this? Like, what do you got to do to get into this? Like, what does it consist of?
Well, I am Mastery Academy, number one. It's not something that you could just go to and join. You got to be sponsored by somebody. Like, you got to be brought in by somebody that's already part of the platform or already uses the platform. Mm-hmm. And that's how they have it designed. Like, you could literally go to I Am Mastery Academy website right now and go try to sign up, and you'll get to a screen after you put in all your information. You know me? You'll get to a screen, and a screen will say who invited you to this site, like who put you in. And if you don't have a name to put in that box, you will not get past that screen. Like, you feel me? There's no other.
You don't got that link.
Yeah. There's no continue button. There's no like, I don't have one.
Like, that's it.
That's it. Like, you put one there and
they arrived at the question.
And that's it. Like, who
you know?
Yeah. You gotta know somebody that's in. And that person sends you their link. Same thing with me. I wouldn't be in if somebody didn't send me my link. And that's it. And once you hop in, you start using those videos I told you about. Then the second part of the platform, or the second component, because there's 3 components to the platform. All right. The first one is those videos I just mentioned. There's a beginner set, an intermediate set, and an advanced set. Obviously, you're gonna start at the beginner set like I did if you don't know anything yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you do know some stuff about Forex, I tell everybody to still come in on a beginner series, just because, like I said, you don't know what you don't know. I want to learn everything. You know what I mean? Right. I want to learn it in an order from the same source. So then once you move through the videos, then you move on to the go live sessions, and the go live sessions are probably the most exciting part of the platform. And that's because you got 6 and 7 figure traders. Okay, so these are like millionaires, like the LeBron Jameses of like, if you were trying to learn how to play basketball, you'd want to go to somebody like LeBron James.
Yeah, you don't want to go to like somebody that's on the bench.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you go to somebody who's good, and you got the option learning from LeBron James,
you gonna go
to LeBron. Like, you gonna look at that dude like, you the hometown hero. Like, I don't care if your jumper was crazy. No hard feelings though. And you're gonna slide. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
His word hold weight.
Right, because he got success, because you've seen it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with these people. Like, Go Live is made up of a network. Like, I Am Mastery Academy, the platform I just told you about, like, that we use to trade, has hired like some of the top traders in the world, not the country, the world. You know what I'm saying? To basically break down their strategies to us, like show us how they trade, like share their screen from their fucking living room. Excuse my language. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they.
Sometimes I say shit.
Like, they share their screens. Like, they go live from their living room, like breaking down the chart, showing you what they see. Dropping trades on you, which is dope. Like, blessing us with trades. And when they bless us with trades, like, they're taking those same trades. So if you enter in, when they tell you to enter in and you buy that same currency, sell this one, buy that one, you're trading along with a millionaire. You feel me? Like, that's like gluing my hands to a basketball and letting LeBron shoot it all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm flying in the net, but I got the basket. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it is. So then the third part is basically that, but automated. So like, you're getting signals, but now instead of getting the signals from educators, from these 6 and 7 figure educators that we got, now you're getting the signals from a scanner. All right, and the scanner, it's called the harmonic scanner. All right, and it sounds confusing. All right, but it's not. It was confusing to me when I first heard about it too.
Confusing to everybody.
Yeah, it's confusing to everybody when they first hear about it, because you don't know what it is yet. But the harmonic scanner is basically a scanner that scans the entire Forex market for high probability trade setups. You feel me? And all it does is give you the numbers to put into the trade. It tells you which currency to buy. It tells you when to go in. Gives you 3 places to come out at with 3 different levels of profit. All right, so if you're feeling conservative that day, you know what I mean, you ain't feeling too aggressive, you take the take profit 1. Okay, take profit's most likely to get hit, but it's less money. All right. If you're feeling aggressive that day, or you had a good week for the whole week, you've been taking signals all week, and you feeling aggressive, then okay, then you take TP3. You take the take profit 3 because but that one's less likely to get hit, but it's more money. All right. When I first hopped into this, I was taking TP2 because I could be indecisive at times, and it was hard to figure out whether I wanted to take that one or that one. So that's the 3 components of the platform. You feel me? Is the videos, the go live, and the harmonic channel, which you use too. You feel me? He used the same shit I use. So you use Gold Cup too, right? There's a bunch of scanners, like.
I kind of graduated and doing my own thing now.
I mean, eventually,
because I'm at the point now where I'm just doing my own stuff now.
I remember I ain't know nothing about Gold Cup, and he was killing it off Gold Cup, making money off Gold Cup.
Yeah, when I first started, like I said, I used what the platform provided for it to get where I'm at now, and then as I learned how to do my own trades, now I don't really have to use any of that stuff, but it's there if I need it.
It's there if you need it.
Yeah, but now I'm at the point now I'm just doing my own thing,
Which is beautiful, bro, because it's like we all came into this not knowing nothing, and like now we make money off our phones. Like, you know what I mean?
I came into this not even knowing what this was and never hearing it. I go from that to doing my own stuff. Like, it's crazy how, your life could change with just making like a decision.
Just making one decision, man. Everything like domino effects. Like, man, it's just a ripple effect.
And even with I feel like I'm just motivational quote guy today. I feel like,
hey, man, I'm here
with the
for it.
T-shirt quote.
Yeah, man.
I'm here for it, man.
But man, sometimes a great victory, to get that, you gotta have sacrifice.
Right, absolutely.
Like you said, man, there's times you stay up at night.
Right.
Yeah,
bro.
There's times, like Max, that's her job.
Yeah.
She's able to do that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can sit there and fathom the fact and sit there and be like, man, it's my, I don't gotta, that's a blessing.
Right.
To be able to sit there and be like, man, look, I don't gotta worry about
where my next dollar coming from.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't gotta get up and go to a job.
A lot of people
that I don't like.
A lot of people do that.
My life is feeling unfulfilled.
I see the glow. I see people glowing. The glow is different, man.
Yeah, it's different. It's different when
You tell you something, man. Every time, man, he cheesing on the phone, man. I ain't never seen a grown man look at his phone and cheesing. They talking to his girl. He looking at what is that? Candlesticks. Looking at candlesticks.
You got it. You heard him.
I was about to say school you launch.
We got a real trader.
I was about to split candlesticks.
We got a real trader over here.
The thing about that is, people around you start noticing that whatever the case may be. Like the prime example today. Yeah. Like with somebody else, Tracy, she said she just, basically just knowing that, what's called this energy change. Yeah. The energy change when you don't gotta worry about
that glow.
You don't gotta worry about, how you getting this or
your energy's always gonna change. People don't realize how much
posture
their finances control their life. Like money controls everything, every aspect of your life, like down to what you eat. Like people think that for example, like I always give the example to people like, you think you love the car that you drive. Like some people actually love their car. Like, this is my car.
Until you're able to get a car
exactly
that you want.
Right. Until I hand you like a blank check and say, hey, you can pick up any, man, you'll walk right on past that car onto the car you actually want. Right, you feel me? Like, bro, if I told you about if it was your clothes, you feel me? If I gave you like a blank check and say, buy whatever clothes you want. Like, if you didn't have to worry about money, your entire self would change. Yeah. Like, literally, like, you might even walk different.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I'm telling
no
you,
cap.
yeah.
Bro, because like think about it, like stress controls your posture.
Yeah.
Like the things that you stress about, like they manifest themselves in a physical form. You feel me? Like you could think yourself into being sick. Sounds silly, but it's true. Like you feel me?
Everything is controlled.
Yes, man. Yeah. Yes, you could think yourself into that. So it's like, like it sounds silly to people when they, if you tell them like, nah, I'm not sick. I ain't gonna. And they hear you coughing.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? It's like, no, I refuse to believe that I'm getting sick. Like, and it sounds weird to them, and that's because they're not open to that. It's hard for them to understand that.
They've been conditioned.
Right, and money has conditioned, like, people to be a certain way, to talk a certain way, you know what I mean? Like, to dress a certain way. Like, I remember when I wasn't making money, and people like, yeah, man, you feel me? Yeah, like, nice fit. I'm like, man, I can't even afford my real style, bro, but thank you. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't even, I couldn't even afford the stuff I actually wanted. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It just depends on how you are. Like, I'm a little bit more conservative.
But even with you, but see, with clothes, but not with that. Not with this.
Yeah,
not with that. We like to talk about this Fast and Furious 10 through 15 right here.
Over here.
John Toretto right here. All this nigga need is a body and a tank top.
Call him Bullet, you feel me?
So like,
right, like, yo, yeah.
What we doing?
I will admit to that. Like,
Bumper car J right
you
here.
You can indulge in that though, you know what I mean? You can indulge in that. Everybody's got their indulgence.
That's where a lot of my money goes. So I ain't gonna hold you.
That's the thing though, but look at that. That's the thing when you're able to sit there and be like, yo, man, if I want a Dior bag, I could go get like it's nothing.
In a real way.
You just get up and be like, okay, I want to buy 10 pairs of Jordans today. I don't need it, but I can do it.
Bro, my first time ever walking in a Neiman store, bro, changed my life.
That shit changed my life too.
Bro, because I could, it wasn't, because walking in there wasn't enough to walk in. It was knowing that I was in there with the intention to make a fucking purchase, bro. Like, to make a purchase. Like, this is why I'm here. Like, right now.
I'll tell you something that changed my life. And I didn't sell him this. I seen a dude that does it at the mall.
Yeah.
Had a nice $5,000 backpack.
Yeah, bro.
Man, that changed my life. Because I seen the bag before. I knew what the bag was.
Yeah. You know what my defining moment was?
Changed my life, man. A regular dude, not an athlete,
bro.
A regular dude.
A lot of people think that Forex traders a lot of people think that Forex traders are full of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, caught up. Like, yo, and they're surprised when they actually get to talking to them or talking to us, because it's like, yo, not even just me, even the people that have paved the way for this, people that was doing this before I was doing it, like, yo, the people that plugged into the platform the right way, like our educators, like some of the people that came into the company not knowing anything and are now educators, like Millie. Millie came in when we came in, bro. I don't know if you realize that. Millie came in when we came into this. You feel me? And now we looking forward to hopping on Millie calls, bro.
That's crazy.
Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you feel me? And like, people like that, like, are a dime a dozen within this company. Like, you're not just joining a company, bro. Like, you're joining a whole, like, bro, we the culture. Like, you feel me? Like, we the new wave of making money. Like, the new way of making money. Like,
you feel me? Pulling up in
facts.
And bins.
Bro, everybody in the company still got fresh memories of being broke, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, they still remember, like not having enough
reality.
money. Yeah, man.
That's reality.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, like, as far as, like,
you forget that shit yet?
They have conventions. I mean, I know now with Corona, you know, we can't really do so much, but back when they were having, like, conventions, like, I'll tell you one thing. Being in a packed room with everybody that has the same mindset as you is going to change, like, your whole
everything about you.
Like, you're going to feel a shift. Yep. And it's going to be like mind blowing. I remember the first convention I went to, just seeing like a room packed full of people that looked like me, was around the same age, and they all doing the same thing.
Dripping, bro. Dripping. Dripping.
It was
like the Grammys, bro, for Forex. Like, no cap. It was like the Grammys for Forex, bro. Like, I had never seen, like he said, I had never seen regular folks, bro, like, with that type of money, bro. Like, I'm not embarrassed to say it now because I know better now, but at the time, there was some of that stuff I couldn't pronounce, bro. Like, I didn't know what that was. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had never heard of that. Like, because I was never in that world. Like, and like I said,
you see it, but you never, man. Like, just to be in it's just
man,
like.
In a real way. In a real way.
That's just like being a new artist going to the BET Awards.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Not a lot of people heard your music yet.
Right.
But you know, if you put in the work, you could be popular.
Exactly. And you know you in good company, bro.
And the other thing is, you know, coming from where a lot of us come from, being like regular working people, just to be around those type of people that you just think are just like, you know, people like athletes, entertainers, you know, rappers and stuff like that. Right. Seeing just people that are like that, that just regular people that were doing the same thing you were doing. It's not like how you can, I got to be a rapper to be that type of stuff, or I got to dribble a ball, or, you know, play football, or, you know, I got to be an actor to be in this type of
way, bro.
Yeah, just getting it just like, you know, just like how they are.
Yeah.
like it's life changing, man. It's definitely life changing.
It raises your belief level, bro. Like you don't know. It's like I said, when I came, I didn't know that the stuff that I was looking at was even possible for anybody like me. Like if I had seen anybody else that wasn't from our city, we from Trenton, Jersey. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like if I knew that there, if this was anybody else that I saw eating like this, say this was somebody from like one of them flyover states in like Idaho, you know what I'm saying? Or one of them states you don't never stop at. There's always, you feel me? Like it wouldn't have hit me like that. You feel me? It wouldn't hit me like that. Like I would have looked at it like, oh, okay, he's doing good for himself. Like I just saw his lifestyle and made up any backstory as to how he got where he got.
Yeah.
You feel me? I just told myself like, you know, he must have won a lottery, you know, or maybe a family member died, or somebody left him some money, or he caught a lawsuit or something, you know. But this was somebody from our city that like I didn't, somebody that essentially didn't look like me but could look like me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like.
Because it's that real.
It's different. Bro. It's different when you see people that you know, elevating to that type of, you know, lifestyle.
Facts. So they started at the same starting line, like, you feel
it's like looking at not to cut you off. It's like looking at that athlete on TV and be like, damn, he came where I came from.
Yeah,
you can't be like that, but that dude that's right there, that's doing what y'all doing. Yeah. It's like, yo, I can be like that, and live like that.
Exactly, bro. So exactly.
Because it's harder to be like LeBron,
right?
But it's not harder to be like the dudes that you said that was in that room,
right?
To live like LeBron.
Yeah.
That's the thinking outside the box.
It took a lot of time, like to register. At first, man, you know, I was doing a little bit here and there when I first started. But I'll tell you, like, when we went to Dallas. Yeah, which I got
lit, bro.
But we went to Dallas,
remember right there.
And I rented that when I rented that I-8, and I opened them doors up.
Yo, I kid you not, yo.
that was the first time I realized. I'm like, yo, I'm really in this shit for real.
When he posted that shit, I was like, hey, yo, bro, congratulations. That's the new whip. And then I had to think, I'm like, yo, what he bought a whip in Dallas? I'm just like, yo, he not. I'm like, yo, he tweaking. That Forex shit got him wild. What?
I remember when he first when he first pulled up in that thing, bro.
I thought
I felt like
that shit was crazy.
I had to tell myself he didn't steal it. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Bro, I logged back. I'm like, oh, that's
him. Like, yo, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, hold on. Like, cause yo, nothing felt right about that. Like, everything about it felt right, but nothing about it felt right because it was like, yo.
Yeah, once you start touching money, you
just like, I can't believe, like.
Yeah, bro, like just off of just doing just one thing.
Yeah, off one decision. Off one decision, like, bro, you make so many decisions every day. You feel me? You make so many decisions. You make decisions every 5 minutes. Like I'm macroing it if I call it every day. You feel me? But on a minute scale, bro, you make decisions every 5 minutes. Like, and it's crazy to know that one decision can have them type of ripples, bro, to where it just like, you know what I mean? To where like one little rock in a pond just turn into a tsunami, bro. Like that's just man.
That was when I realized I'm like, all right, this shit for real, like even though I already knew it was for real, but like in my heart, I'm just like, yo, this is really like, cause like a year ago or so, I wouldn't even imagine me even being able to do some shit like that.
Right, hold on.
Like that's the thing.
And you don't even know how happy I was seeing some shit like that, man. When you know, excuse my language, you know a nigga your whole life.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Y'all get it, and y'all get it from the mud together, man.
Yeah.
You know the struggles, you know whatever.
Yeah.
And you see that happen.
Right.
That shit is a great experience.
Yeah.
And it was never
close to home because you know, like,
and it's just like, damn, that's dope. And it's like, you know, never a hate goes through my body. It's always like, yo, I said, yo, that's tough. Like I was on it. I was like, yo, congratulations. I thought I was in. I'm like, yo, he's tweaking, but congratulations. How you gonna get it back? But congratulations. How you gonna drive that back, bro? Like, no, you ain't taking that drive.
That was just the experience for the weekend, man. That's kind of my problem. Every time I go somewhere, I gotta rent something exotic. Yeah.
Not even at the London.
Yeah, I went wild in London.
That's what I'm saying. With London,
London was dope, bro. Oh my god.
I was like, just to hear like this. Just to, let me tell you something. The cost that they told me everything all together. I'm like, hey yo, let me move some things to the side.
London was back, and here's the thing is, it's a different feeling. Like, you know, you gotta pay some shit to like to do something, but then it doesn't bother you. Right. You don't gotta be like, oh, I can do this, but be stressed about it.
That's the
thing. You just go there, just click send, and just go about your business.
One of the most indescribable feelings, bro.
Right.
And it sounds so simple. Right.
I can't really describe the feeling. Like just knowing that you could just spend this money on a trip, go wherever, and you don't gotta save up for it. You don't gotta work no overtime for it. You can just go over there and just be like, all right, I'm gonna go here. Let me book here, book the flight, book the hotel, whatever the case may be, and just go about your business.
And you're done.
That's it for the day. You don't have to think about
you don't sit there and be like, damn, like, okay, hold on, like, I did that. Let me see if I can work tomorrow so I can put that down.
Bro.
Be like,
and you going through your wallet, bro. I remember going through your wallet and trying to buy it up, how much money
like
you had.
You try to figure out shit.
Bro,
like,
and then say, I got this much until my next check. If I could just hold on to this amount to my next check,
I'll never be able to hold on to it.
I'm not
never, because it's always because that car out there, I'm going to tell you something right now. When that bitch hiccup, I'm instantly mad.
Yo.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's another thing too. Like, you take like the life worries out of shit. Like, say your shit break down in your car, you don't got to worry about sacrificing something else just to, you know, to get your transportation fixed. Yeah. You just borrow, I'm gonna drop it off tomorrow, they're gonna fix it and I'm gonna get it back.
That's what I say. Wealthy people don't be driving around looking at gas prices, bro. Like, they get gas when gas is needed. Yeah. Like, if I need gas, I'm gonna get gas.
Hey, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, Mook came here, was looking a little bit taller. That's that glow, huh? You think I'm gonna get taller?
Bro, like,
maybe you got a couple racks in your shoes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get taller.
That's
Mook got like 6'4".
Because I remember one time I was riding with my dad somewhere and I had to go get gas. So I stopped at this gas station and he was just like, "Why you get gas here? I know somewhere you can get it cheaper." I'm not worried about this.
Don't care about
no gas price.
Putting shit on while you pumping gas.
Like even the things that I used to do, like, you know, you get somebody a ride somewhere, like, bro, you throw me some gas money, whatever it is. You don't even think about shit like that.
Yeah, no.
You like, yo, bro, I hear, you know, thanks for it. I'm like, nah, I don't need that.
Right, yeah.
It's like a whole type of different. I remember asking for gas money to like take you places down.
And actually needed it.
Yeah, actually needed it. This 20 about a couple years. I'm about to throw 10 in the tank.
Yeah, right. On your divine now.
He's me in the car.
I remember them days, and to go from that to just, you know, not even giving it like a second thought.
That's beautiful, though.
It's crazy.
Indescribable feeling, bro.
All right, so, you know, try to get back into things. So, you were explaining, you know, everything with the program and what it offers. So, you know, for the people that don't know, like, how much would all this, like, you know, cost or capability?
You got two ways to join. You feel me? You got a platinum membership. Mm-hmm. Platinum membership is basic membership, you would call it, or it would be the equivalent of like a basic membership. You would get, like, you know, access to those videos I was talking about. You get access to the go live sessions with the educators. Then you get access to the harmonic scanner. You know what I'm saying? Those are the 3 components I just went over. Mm-hmm. All right, that's the basic platinum membership. All of that comes with the platinum membership. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the elite membership, which the elite membership encompasses everything that the platform has to offer for eternity, though. Mm-hmm. Like, when I say that, I mean that any development that has ever happened to the platform, you will always have if you have elite. All right, and there are things that are there now that people with platinum memberships, like on our team, don't have access to. You know what I'm saying? That, like, they can have access to those things, but they got to pay extra. You know what I'm saying? They're called add-ons, things like that. And each part of the platform makes you money. So when I came into this, I had the elite membership, and the elite membership, remember I told you there's multiple scanners. It's not just a harmonic scanner. Like, you got the Gold Cup scanner, which is the one he used. You got London Payout, which is another scanner. Mm-hmm. You got, man, I could go on for days, you know what I mean? But when I came into this, there was 3 scanners. Now there's like 13 scanners, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to pay no more than what I paid when I started. And I don't care if next year they got 20 scanners. I'll be able to use all 20 of them scanners to make money, you know what I'm saying?
So you got 13 ways to make some bread.
Right. You got 13 ways to make money now, you know what I mean? And then you get the people who have platinum memberships, and they come into this, and then they like, now you'll see somebody in the chat dropping how they just made money off London Payout or off Gold Cup or off something that you ain't got access to. And now you go to purchase that scanner, and the platform gonna charge you 50, 40, 30 bucks for it, you know what I'm saying? Which is a lot, like after you cop 3 or 4 of them. And now you paying like triple that or 3 times the amount you could pay a month, as opposed to like, you know what I'm saying, paying like, you know what I mean. So that's kind of how they get you. That's their marketing or the way that they make money. You know, they want everybody to get platinum. You feel me? Because now you got to pay extra for the add-ons. They know you're gonna want add-ons. They know you're gonna want add-ons. Like it's a given. Like you want to make money? You know, of course you want the add-ons. So, like I said, you already mentioned the monthly thing. The monthly is it's a membership cost for you to have access to all of this. All right, so the initial is obviously your startup, which is $234. You could look at that as like a sign-on or